What's good, guys? Here for another episode. I'm actually going to jump pretty much straight into a position here. Let's go into 3 micros off the jump. We've had a massive spike to the upside here, so basically what I think we're going to be running for is the daily CB level. Bear with me. I'm pulling up our trading view. We've been hovering all day. We took out yesterday's low, bounced back up pretty high. Looking at this daily CB at 24446. That's my main target, 24444 right there. Let me just double check. 24446, beauty. And that's pretty much our 1500 target for the day. Only using 3 micros. 1.5. Looking to liquidate here as well. Stacking up the 5 accounts from the last episode, you saw that we had 5 ready to go. We decided to activate them during Asian session. London was so clean today. Literally 4 a.m. Beautiful spill to the downside. Literally from 4 high of the session and just spilled. Would have been an insane trade to catch there. But look, it is what it is. Can't win them all, as they say. So basically just running back with the 5. Now they do offer the reset, but I just figured like it's 499 USD per account just to get back to the activated stage. Whereas you can just take 2 days pass, obviously pay activation fees for essentially 3 accounts will be the same as 1 reset. So it just doesn't really make much sense to me. Just going to try and get these accounts funded again, hopefully by Monday, have a winning day today. And then Tuesday, we're back again where we're at. A little bit of a setback there, a lot of money down the drain, like 1.2K, my local currency to activate all of those accounts. And then to blow them on the same day is just not it. So I do need to woo down a little bit. I'll show you guys after this position what the trading day has been like today. It's been an insane day. I just want to focus on this position, hit our TP, and then we can get into that. Hopefully hit this target and go from there. So I'm going to scale into the position here. Just going to check the high time frames, make sure that there's no gaps below us. This is looking pretty primo to me. So we're going to add straight in here. Stops resting just below this 3-minute low. Could push back and fill all this, but to be honest, I think we're just going to expand from here. Can bring our target just a little bit further down now. 545. Still got a 3-minute BC in here. We could look to add into our position, but with just the amount of volume, the speed that we pushed up, especially on this candle, looking for longs. TGIF looking to play out on this Friday. Alright, pushing down into this 3-minute BC here now. Just looking for a reaction wave. If we can see that on the lower time frames, we'll look to add in. Just want to make sure that we're getting back up to about these highs before we do our full position. Looking for around 1 mini. This is just the way that I've been trading to past couple months, really. Especially waiting for New York AM session, I find is just the best and the least resistance as well. You can pass these pretty quickly. Excuse me. It's nice rejection off here. So far, got our 1-minute BC. I think that's our 3-minute BC in line right there. So wouldn't want price to come much lower than this. If we get a nice push back away, that will warrant us looking for our long position in here. So nice. Only want to add into your winners. So usually in the past, I'd be adding into my position there, wishing that I got the entry right. I learned that you want the momentum to prove that you have the right to add into the position. There's no point adding in here and then price is going to still take you lower and you've got more size on the table. Once we get that reaction, that's step 1, confirmation that we could look to add. And then we just want to see price reaching back up to these highs to confirm, okay, we've got momentum to keep going. So just check our higher time frames here. Got our M5. I think we'll just hover around this level. We have hit a 5-minute CB though, to be fair. But I just think with the speed we came up here, I do think high is our targets. I think sellers are just trying to hold, obviously, their short positions from London. Which is why we're seeing a little bit of resistance here, but looks like we are getting ready to push back to the upside. So again, just being disciplined, waiting to get into profit, ideally above these highs. Before we look to scale, could still come down on us, so we just got to be mindful of that too. So spilling down, which ideally isn't what we want to see. All right, take a loss, that's okay. Just checking our other time frames. Still leaning long here. Just looking for a good spot to get back in. Once we can see on the lower time frames, volume starting to pick up. This isn't a bad opportunity right here. With this reversal candle, volume starting to pick up here as well on the buy side. We're going to attempt another long. we're going to add into our position here. So we had 6 micros before when we got stopped out. We're looking to see if we can get up to these highs. Going to add in another 5 to get to our full position. Final TP looking at about here. Beautiful reaction. See if we can come down to our entry to add in. It's just going to give us a better fill. But if we start pushing away, then that's all good. If I'm down $1,000, that's when I start going with just 3 micros max, try and get back into our profit and then size up again. So it's dynamic, you just got to play around with it really. 1,500 plus this, we're looking at about 2 grand. So 2K is pretty much our target. Take profit right here. Looking like we're going to get a decent run up to the upside here now. So contesting these highs again, we're just going to move stops to break even here as we've had a decent rally. Got a lot of size on as well, so don't really want to be giving all of that back. But if we push from this point, we should be all good. Beautiful, really decent pushes now. So even if this comes back on us, we're going to be looking at taking a little bit off of our drawdown. And that's just the way they try and run it. And that's the beauty of going with big size, is that once you're in profit just a little bit, you can just move your position to your stops and you're pretty much good to go. Looking to take these highs, we should move with a bit more speed if we can get up past these highs here. Lots of people are going to be getting out of their orders. People are going to be stopped out right here. So we should have a bit of an expansion straight away to the upside here, is my prediction. Highs of the day resting right here too. So let's wait and see. I'm considering just trailing our stops as we're moving up here. Even if this wants to come down on us, we'll look for another re-entry and we'll start at a bit of a better position. Seeing at about $1,000 on the day. Last little push high if we can get it here. Flick to the M1. Keep on trailing as we go higher here. Last little push. See if we can get to LTP. Just shift to a 30-second here. Beautiful trade here. As soon as we saw this reaction, especially with the volume, because at the time sellers were pumping in here, and then we have that buy volume that's higher than the selling volume. So boom, there you have it. 1,500 on all 5 accounts. I'm just going to lock myself out of all the accounts now. I've been a bit trigger happy today. I'm just going to lock all of these out and hopefully do pretty much the same thing come Monday next week and get these accounts ready to be funded again. Silly trading by me today to go too heavy and blow them all at once. But just getting a bit more confident with my process, passing these challenges pretty quickly. Let's see what we've been able to do today. On my funded futures, we have 5 accounts. We got a payout on this account today, which is why our balance is a little bit lower. We have just hit our winning day on this account as well, so I'll be requesting that tomorrow. And then we've also got 3 new accounts that we're starting. Really just trying to scale on these core plans, especially with the flex add-on. 3K per account is massive. Potential for 15 grand a week, essentially, for these accounts, USD. Talking about 60K months with just my funded futures alone. So that's huge. Very blessed to have all green days here. Also with Take Profit Trader. So I'm running with some 25K accounts. Because it takes 5 days to pass the profit target of 1,500, I'm literally just going for $350 a day. It's 300 per day times 5 to hit 1.5. Just that little bit extra, have a little bit of buffer, reduce the pressure on myself. But yeah, literally just going 3 micros. I think we got up to 6 micros max on these accounts. Don't need to go too crazy, and we'll try and get all of these going as well. Obviously, Topstep, we got 5 accounts good to go here. I was looking at the futures desk and Tradeify to scale even further, but I just don't think they're worth it for now. Tradeify, like the scaling, takes just a little bit longer compared to these other accounts. Plus the consistency rule. Consistency rule, I'm just not the greatest with, if I'm honest. One losing day really sets me back pretty hard, and I have a pretty perfectionist mentality. It just doesn't work well for my psychology as a trader. But not trading with them. The futures desk is pretty good, but it's just the cost for the accounts, and there's a fair bit of rules that they do require. If I had a bit more capital, maybe I'd go with these guys. The last funded group that we're going to go with, I think you guys already know based on the previous payouts. Funded next, man. Funded next. We'll come to the My Funded Futures dashboard here. I'll show you the account for our payout. You can obviously see a few failed challenges here, but this is our oldest account. Shifting down, you can see we did withdraw $3,000 today. Hasn't updated, but we did hit $1,000 of profit. Another winning day, which is huge. We'll go back to the 7-6 account. You can see we had 4 winning days, hasn't registered our $100 today. So that's going to put us at 5 for another payout of 3K here as well. So overall, week has been incredible. We're really starting to ramp up and stack these accounts. With this payout, we're going to look to get 12 of these accounts, which is pretty hectic. I've really got to work on my psychology now to not be too carried away, right? Because there's a potential for all of these accounts to be blown, and we really are not trying to do that. So I'm not going to copy trade them all together. I was going to get Trade Syncer and just copy trade every single account, but in the past, if I go on tilt, then all of the accounts suffer. So I'm really not trying to do that. I'm not trying to be above myself and think that I'm never going to tilt anymore now. I think that's a bit cocky and prideful. So going to trade them all separately and go from there. But yeah, overall, monstrous day today. Super blessed, super grateful. Hopefully you guys have learned how to pass Topstep combines pretty quickly. As we'll see you next week. Wishing everyone a great weekend. Tell your family you love them. That's one thing that I would recommend. We don't know how long we have on this earth, so that would be my recommendation for the weekend. See you on the next episode, guys. Peace.